want some? Hey Freddie, can I
Hey, so how are you?
I'm good.
Welcome back to Canada.
Yes, finally. I'm home.
Yeah, you've been on the road for like a month.
Yeah, just over a month.
What did you miss about Canada?
Everything. My home, like my actual house. The snow. It was kind of hot. I just wanted to be. Usually around this time I'm snowed in and just chilling. But yeah, that's basically
So
it.
you're not a snowbird. You don't want to head towards the sun.
Oh, I love snow. It's great. But yeah, I just missed home. Honestly, I'm a big homebody, so just missed home.
Well, you get home tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Like final show in
I mean,
Toronto?
I feel home now. I'm so close,
Yeah.
I'm at least in Canada.
Yeah,
I have
you
no
are.
more worries.
No worries.
Yeah.
So what's been the highlight of this tour so far? Any standouts?
Rolling Loud was pretty special. It's definitely like one of the bigger crowds I played, and to be on the same stage as Chief Keef just hours later. I wasn't on the same stage with him, but sharing the same stage. He played hours later.
Yeah, I saw that show on YouTube, and you shouted him out a few times.
Yeah, I was
you
super hyped. So that's probably one of the biggest highlight that I had the honor to be at that legendary event in LA.
Yeah. So are you in the in crowd now? Do you feel part of that club now?
Oh, absolutely not. No,
I've always seen you as a bit of an outsider. So when you start getting put on these bills, I'm just wondering if you feel like you fit or if you feel like a bit out of place.
I mean, I always appreciate like being part of it for sure, but no, I don't like doing shows that much. Like this is nice doing my own tour because these are my fans, but when it comes to festivals, I'll turn them down. Just it's nerve-wracking for me. Do I fit in? Maybe. In certain senses, like in Toronto, Rolling Loud, I got to play right after a very good artist named Night Lavelle, who's also Canadian. That was very cool. I'd definitely do that again. My music's different from most of the Rolling Loud people, I'd say. It's a little different, so who knows if I fit in? I don't know.
Do you want to fit in?
No,
of course you don't.
Because then I'd be doing a lot more stuff if I fit in, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I know your musical taste has been quite varied throughout your life. Like we won't talk about NSYNC, I don't think. But in your teenage years, you were into like the heavier stuff like metal and hardcore.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, it was definitely like the more poppy stuff, whatever my cousins, who were a bunch of girls, listened to. They put me on. Green Day was one of them too. But in my teenage years, I was just a diehard metalhead. I don't know, my favorite bands when I was like in early or late elementary school were like all the bands off of like the early Sumerian Records days, Born of Osiris, Veil of Maya, After the Burial, bands like that. But I've always loved, to this day, like Meshuggah, Veil de Jarda, Gojira, bands like that.
So these are not just heavy bands, but these are really heavy bands.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about going down that route?
Oh yeah, but like I said, I'm a homebody. I'm not really good at like going outside, and unfortunately making a band, you would have to meet people with similar interests, and that's kind of hard for someone like me. So I went down the rabbit hole of metal to what rap is, and rap it made sense to me in high school where like, oh, like they're making just as aggressive music, but it's just a dude. It's not a whole band. Maybe I could do this.
Yeah, and touching on that, like we've seen shows where there's been mosh pits and crowd surfers. That didn't used to happen with hip hop. So like, do you feel like hip hop now is kind of taking on some of that punk element that we used to have?
100% in every way, shape, and form. Just like the sound of the music, the raw of like what punk was. It's that rap music has that now, I believe. And yeah, the shows have for the past like 5, 6 years, 7 years, shows have been metal shows. Rap shows have been metal shows, it seems like. Some of the ones I've been to, like even when I didn't rap, were insane. Just straight up moshing and stuff. Like death metal shows.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Really?
It's amazing.
Like I'm old enough to have been to see like LL Cool J and Eric B and Rakim.
Everybody's just going like this.
Yeah, it's just like people nodding along.
Now people are literally grabbing each other by the shirts and punching them straight in the nose and moving on to the next person, kicking them in the head.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's good.
It's a good thing, yeah, especially for the type of music I make. I want people to get aggressive.
So do you think growing up listening to the heavier stuff has infiltrated into your music?
Yeah, 100%. Like I have a song dedicated to Meshuggah. It's called Catch 33. It's just I kind of sampled the bass line for "Do Not Look Down." It's just like I've always want to try to emulate some like that kind of feel, how that music makes me feel. It's not this exact same by any means, but I do try to emulate that sound.
Do many of your fans get the reference? Any of them?
Yeah, some of them do, but not a lot, I would say. But you know, some of them do for sure.
Okay. So what for you makes like a perfect show?
When everybody's like, when I could tell everybody's involved, like they're all moshing and stuff. You know, if a show is like there's a little mosh pit over here, but then there's nothing going on over here, it's like, oh, they're being safe. It's not a bad show necessarily, but it's not a perfect show. I want everybody to be involved.
Okay. Do you have like techniques to help that?
No.
Incentivize that?
I'm too anxious to say anything about it. I don't want to hurt those people's feelings, so I just let it happen. You know, if they want to be safe over there, then do you. Of course, I don't want to make them do anything they don't want to do.
So you say you feel more comfortable doing your own shows than doing like the festival and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Is that just because obviously people are there for you? That gives you a little bit of extra confidence?
Yeah, I had a good experience. What like doing festivals was like I was just on tour with Baby Gravy, and their fans are more on like you said, they're not the same thing, but it's like the LL Cool J, like they don't move ever. There's moshing sometimes, but they don't really move. They don't know how to move. And so when I went up there and opened for them and I was trying to get them involved, nothing was happening. They were just staring at me like this. I don't know what you want me to do.
Obviously, a lot of people discovered you through TikTok. Like, that's a well-known fact. So you've almost been a little bit of a poster boy for getting your music out through TikTok.
Yeah, I'd say a little bit.
There's like positives and negatives to that whole process, I guess.
Yeah, you really get like for someone like me who before TikTok ever existed, like I was making music for years and years, and people who are just hearing me from TikTok are, you know, they will label me as a TikTok rapper because that is a total thing. People will just make music, put it on TikTok, and try to make money off of it. But like now I blew up, I'm kind of put into a, not anymore, especially in the beginning, I was put into a little bubble of like TikTok rappers, which sucked because like I see how the other people that I was grouped in with that was a TikTok rapper, it's like, you know, their music is kind of bogus. And like I worked really hard on mine for years before. I blew up on Vine before TikTok ever existed. That was like one of my bigger breaks on Vine. But nobody knows that because TikTok is immensely bigger. So that kind of sucks. But the positives is way more. It's, you know, you get more listens, you get more like diehard fans. Like, okay, there's some people that might hear your song, they don't like it, but there is a certain percent of people that will stick around, and that's really noticeable.
Yeah.
And like that means more. Like I'd rather be called a TikTok artist for the rest of my career and have those people still love me than for it not to happen at all.
Yeah. So, do you remember a moment where you were like, something's happening here on TikTok?
Yeah. In the earlier days, I had the song GTG, and the song was out for like 2 years before TikTok was a thing. And I had one of my friends message me. He's like, hey, your song is like on this app. And I had Musical.ly. So I was like, oh yeah, it switched into TikTok. And I went ahead and looked at the sound, and there was like 100 people who used my song. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I never pursued anything with that. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And that was the first time I ever saw it. But then what really like made me go, holy shit, is when I dropped this song called Cha Cha. And I dropped it on YouTube. And then about a month later, it was like going viral. And nobody's ever hit me up on like signing or like label stuff. And I just woke up one day and I think there was like 7 emails from like managers and labels and stuff. And that was like, oh, okay, what the fuck is going on now?
Yeah.
You know, but that was the moment, Cha Cha. I was like, oh crap.
So what did you do at that point? What was your plan at that point?
Nothing. It's been the same since then. I just make music and just go with the flow. Nothing's really changed. And
You don't have like an end game?
yeah, kind of. Like I want to like use what I've done with FREDDIE DREDD and kind of like let those doors that are already open for me and like pursue that. I really want to do like voice acting or like something in like media. I don't know, be an actor or some shit, but let those doors open, keep doing it till I have that opportunity. That would be my end game. I don't want to rap forever. I just did this tour for a whole month and I've lost my voice completely. And my throat feels fine, but I know I can't do this forever.
Right. Yeah, you need the breaks. My throat's not great either in the moment.
Yeah.
If somebody's starting out today making music and they were going down that route of like social media and TikTok trying to get discovered, would you have any advice for them?
Don't try too hard. It's corny when you try too hard. Like there's a lot of people on TikTok that like all their entire focus is marketing their song on TikTok and it's dog shit. Don't do that. Just create your craft, make a unique sound, and keep doing it. You know, drop the song, maybe post a TikTok about it, post a Twitter or Instagram, but don't like feed off that one song. Just continue to make music, continue to make your craft. Don't just stop there. Don't rely on that one song. I never did that.
Yeah.
You just got to keep putting shit out.
Yeah. So when you're writing now, like obviously you're not thinking about whether it's going to blow up on TikTok.
Yeah.
So when you're writing now, what do you want to achieve with your music when you're writing new songs?
Make it heavier than the last time.
Heavier how?
Heavier, just like heavier. Make it more grimy, make it more dirty. That's the goal of it.
Where did music start for you?
My parents would always like put me in like sports and shit, but my older brother, he was in a band and I always looked up to him, so I always wanted to play guitar, drums, do something like that. And so my parents put me into like drum lessons, I think I started off with, and then guitar lessons, and I think I was like really young, like I don't know, 7 or something. They put me in like drum lessons, and that was cool. They put me in like some band program too, where they like paid money for me to like, at this place I was taking lessons at, they took 2 other kids and we made a little band and a music video. So I guess that's really where it started. But when I started recording music myself, I was doing metal stuff by myself. I had a little Yamaha electric kit. It wasn't like a full one. It was like this thing. It was kind of a trapezoid. And it was really cool. I could put a double pedal on it so I could make metal music. And my band was called, I think it was called Clit Muncher, which is pretty raunchy. But I was like 13 or some shit. Yeah, that's and I labeled it as like technical death metal or some shit. I still have like this EP I made. It's so bad, but that's what I really like took the time to learn how to make music, like record, and it was all on Audacity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And do you remember writing your first like actual hip hop lyrics?
Yeah, it was about having sex with Judge Judy. That was the first.
You have a Judge Judy tattoo?
I do. Yeah, I have the logo right on my leg here.
Amazing.
I love her. She's such a bitch. But yeah, that was my first like rap song I wrote. And it was about having sex with Judge Judy, which is really weird. That where I'm at now. So
we've all gotta have dreams, right?
I suppose. I didn't think it was gonna pop off. It was just really fun recording that one song, writing a funny song, but I guess it took a different route like immediately after that. I was like, I can't make songs about Judge Judy.
So
sue me this time.
Montreal tonight, Toronto tomorrow, homecoming.
Yes.
And then what's your plan for the rest of the year?
I'm gonna go back to my house, see my cats, lock myself in my basement, and just play video games. I haven't played a single video game since I've been on tour, and I just miss it so much. Probably gonna play Dead Cells. It's coming out with a DLC. I'm gonna play that.
Just escape into normality.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna sleep in my bed. I'm just gonna sleep in my chair like this and wake up, oh yeah, I'm home, and go play video games again.
Nice.
For a week straight. Nobody talked to me.
I'm sure your cat will be glad to see you.
Oh yes, I'm very excited.
All right, well thanks for taking the time.
Of course.
It's been a pleasure having fun tonight.
Appreciate it.
And we'll see you next time you come to Montreal.
Hell yes.
All right.
I don't want a bitch or a hoe. I think you just gotta go. Baby at the corner store, gonna leave you wanting more. Little suckers always coming up to me.